Hello and welcome to another update video about DOT. We want to talk about the possibilities here on the DOT chart that we are tracking. Already shared it earlier today on Discord. There are two main scenarios I'm tracking. Certainly the dip has not really provided much more clarity. It has actually messed the entire chart up. There are still many ways how you could trade this chart, absolutely. From an Elliott wave point of view, the double bottom situation here definitely hasn't provided clarity. It rather indicates weakness on the chart. Let's talk about the structure. So in the yellow wave count, we have on the DOT chart here anyway a 3-wave move up. We talked about that before. That doesn't make the chart clearly bullish. We did, however, say that we give the bulls the benefit of the doubt as long as we are in a bullish market, because we could identify a 5-wave move up from the 5th of July, no, from the, not the 5th of July, that was the October low into the March high. And then here a corrective pullback, but the support area broke. It's not invalidated though. So if you are, if you watched previous videos, this here can be still technically a 1-2 setup. I've taken it off the chart because it is not a favored scenario anymore. Not after we basically retraced like 99.999%, okay, of the wave one. So from that point of view, this is not favored anymore. But there are other opportunities. I mean, it doesn't mean it has to go down now, right? It doesn't mean it has to crash. It's already crashed, basically. It's time for a bounce, but it still isn't necessarily in the scenario anymore it was before. This could be revived, absolutely. But in the yellow scenario, I'm observing now a large A wave and a B wave. But the B wave that I had here before is now here, right? Which is the, well, yesterday's low. And we could still attempt a rally in wave C. But I'd like to see more evidence for that. I need to see like a 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, first 5-wave move up in this here, like a 1-2 setup. What it built between October and March, it has to build again. Now, in the white count, which is much more bearish, we topped in a wave 2. This is not necessarily preferred because this move up looks like a 5-wave move. But also here there are different options because I could have the wave 1 here and then A, B, C in wave 2. And we're coming down now in wave 3. But I don't have a clear 5-wave move down, so it's not preferred. Therefore, what actually, maybe I should change it, what actually seems a bit more likely is that we might reset this bearish wave 2 a little bit higher. So that means we are, in my opinion, close to a low. Maybe we've bottomed already, but we're not in the same scenario that we've been in before. So I'm either tracking this as a C wave in a wave 2 now, but it needs to give me a 1-2 setup on the smaller time frame first, which I don't have at this stage, right? So it could be the wave C of 2, or we could be running in the larger C wave, but also then I need a larger 1-2 setup. So either way, you know, we are close to lows. We are close to these previous swing lows here. Just because a bullish scenario got invalidated doesn't mean that the market has to go down another 50, 60, 70% in a straight line. Very important. Invalidation of a bullish scenario, while it's not great, doesn't make it a short trade setup. I hope that makes sense. It could still mean that the market might just make a marginally lower low and rally in a different scenario. So I'm not necessarily bearish. It has made the chart less clear. We don't have the clear parameters anymore. That's very important, I think. So let's go to the DOT shorter time frame chart. So it means I am watching for a bounce, at least a corrective rally. If it's happening already, we will have to see. Microstructure is definitely not clear here. But what I need to see is a first 5-wave pattern to the upside. We don't have that yet, okay, from the lows. I need a setup, something, okay? Now, again, what is a setup for you? It could be a break of a trend line. It could be this, you know, you're trading the break, but there is, we're not even there yet. But from an Elliott wave point of view, let's just double check the fibs. Pretty sure this is not yet. Yeah, I mean, it's now possibly formed 3 waves up. It just needs a little more. So this would be the count. Why do I need this? So I need something to get an indication that we've bottomed. So it's now reached the minimum requirements for a third. If we get another 4 or 5, then we might have a first 5-wave move up. So that's what I'm tracking, and then tomorrow we should know more. If we get 5 waves up, then the 3-wave pullback, it could offer a setup. Now, that's an initial setup. Does it mean we go to new all-time highs from here? Way too early to say, okay? Way too early to say. This is just a local setup that could send us higher after a corrective pullback. It is an indication that a low of sorts is in place. Then we have to think about, okay, is it the larger yellow C wave? Is it the smaller white C wave? But that's the other question, you know, that comes after. Let's first explore if we have a low in place and we only get that information with a 5-wave move up, in an initial 5-wave move to the upside. That's the update about DOT. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.